don't forget to subscribe for more reviews. Please also like. Thank you.
Hello there everyone, Tom here again, and today we have the privilege of taking a look at the Revenge of the Fallen Studio Series number 37 Constructicon Rampage. Now, those of you that know me, have watched my channel at all, you know that I'm really not that big on doing movie bots. They're just not my particular cup of tea, but this one is part that makes Devastator, and I am a very large Devastator fan, so I thought I would go ahead and purchase all of them in the set, and build myself a movie Devastator. That little bitty one I have, just there can be some improvements, and hopefully this will improve them. So, front of the box looks like this. You've got Rampage in there. He's got his head down. Nice picture right here, side of the box. You see that picture of Devastator, the front of it. Ooh, he's got lots of eyes. And there's a Devastator symbol right there. Back of the box looks like this. He transforms in 22 steps. Big screen inspired. It says Scale, Detail, Backdrop. Pyramid Desert Battle. Okay. Constructicon Rampage lures Sam Witwicky into a trap to force him to give up the matrix of leadership. Well, doesn't that just bode well? Okay, let's see, what class is he? I don't know. No, he's a Voyager class. Alright, so he's a Voyager. And bottom. So, I guess the next thing we need to do is to get him open. Alright, so we get our instruction manual that has 22 steps to get him from point A to point B. And the back, let's see, what's he doing on the back? Oh, he turns into a foot. Okay, so I can live with that. Oh, and in case anyone was curious, I just kind of glanced at that out of the corner of my eye. That's what we've got. And if I understand correctly, this one's going to be out soon, or maybe it's this one. I don't know. We'll figure it out together. Alright. The back of this looks like this. It's a nice little desert backdrop there. Kinda neat. Yeah, I kinda like that. Yeah, it's alright. The figure here comes packaged just like you see it. Why don't I get this out of the way so it's not interfering with the focus or whatever the hell. He comes with this little thing right here, which I understand is his stand. So, yeah. I guess this maybe comes out. Okay. Which would mean that the stand plugs into that little port right there. Yep. And then he can stand up. Interesting. Interesting. So, from this perspective, he's coming in. Does that head move up? Nope, that's as high as it goes. So, the highest point on him is probably going to be the top of the shoulders. So, eyeballing it, let's call it, from where I sit, it's 6.5. It may look slightly different to you from your perspective. Shoulder to shoulder, do we do the tracks? No, since the tracks aren't part of it, why don't we not do the tracks? And actually these might be able to come in. So let's go from here to here. That is just shy of 5 inches. Depth wise, now let's go from the head to the back of the thing here. We're looking at approximately 3 1/8. So he's not the biggest thing they've ever produced. Let's see, to give you an idea, here's Fantoy's Coot, just to give you some perspective. And here, you realize you don't have a whole lot of movie bots until you start looking for them, then you find all kinds of them. Here is the original release of the Dark of the Moon Optimus Prime. So you can see there's some significant size differentials there. But we're not talking about scale at this particular moment. Alright. So as you can see, you've got, where's my thingy? You've got silver paint right here, red painted eyes, black. You've got some silver through here, some gunmetal gray, I would say that's not silver. Well, maybe it is silver. There's not much difference between gunmetal and silver. Hey, I never noticed that. We got a little bitty warning sign right there. Keep clear. And it is on both sides. Okay, looks like this. We got some neck ridges picked out in silver. We have that's black plastic. That's paint. That's paint. We have this interesting little, I don't know what you call that. Were they trying to go for like a Matrix look, or were they trying to do something like a Spider-Man look? I don't know. Molded details right through here. Coming on down, we've got some more of that silver. Some more silver. Some more silver. Alright. On the arms, we've got, that's a pin. That's a pin right here. Coming on down, we got a little bit of silver right here. Silver right here. That's silver. It just looks dark because it's in shadow. Plastic, silver. Yeah, I think this thing is. I think it's pretty cool. I mean, personally, I know other people may not agree, but yeah, I think it's great. At least the look of it, it is so unique. That alone would have prompted me to purchase this. These things right here, you can move them up, you can move them down, turn them all around. I mean, you know, yay! Things you can do, right? Okay. Let's see here. What else we got? Oh, these little things right here, untab, and they look like weapons of some kind. And if I remember correctly, they are supposed to fit in the hand in some manner, shape, or form. He says, oh, okay, so there is a port right there that you can see. It's just going to plug in right there. And that gives, well, he says it plugs in as it falls out. So that should go in right there. And that gives him, I don't know, a handgun. Okay, well, whatever. It doesn't really matter. It's something that can be used. So therefore it has some value. Alright, articulation on this guy. This is as far as the head is going to go up. It'll go down all the way, but that's as far as it goes up, and it kind of locks into place when you get it there. There's no wiggle on it. The head itself is on a ball joint. You can zoom in right here. You can see where it's coming into a ball joint right there. Alright, and as a result, it'll go, lock in place, it'll go up that far, down just that far, and you can do a whole, you know, crazy, you know, he's possessed thing. As well as there's a little bit of movement in the neck here, as you can see, so he can look to the side a little bit. Am I the only one that thinks that kind of looks like tarantulas as a head sculpt? Maybe like a, you know, an advanced tarantulas. regardless. Alright, so here we go. The arms can go all the way around, do a full 360. They're on a mushroom ball joint, mushroom peg right there. There's mushroom peg right in that joint. Let's see, if we move this out like it was originally, it can come up to right there on both sides. So he can definitely go. I don't think he speaks. Alright, elbow joint. We have a rotation joint right here. I don't see anything that would resemble a elbow bend. And if there is one, it's sure not happy about wanting to move. It looks like a solid piece. So I'm going to conclude at this particular moment that there is no elbow bend. Let's see here. This joint moves in and out. Claws move up and down. There is a stop right here, but it is a very soft stop. These right here can articulate in this manner. These come down. They don't move in or out. That's pretty much his hand, I guess, right there. There is... we have waist articulation. Hear that? That is a moderately decent ratchet. He can bend backwards. But he's not gonna... Well, I mean, I guess if you wanted to turn him around, you could give him a ab crunch that way. Alright. Let's see here. Nothing else rotates down here. And this will move up and down. And obviously you can spin him around on this thing. Yeah. He is by far... Oh, hey, hot dog. We got a butterfly joint right here. I missed. Yeah. He is by far an extremely interesting character. I think the next thing to do right now is scale comparison. And let's see here. We'll throw in... Crap, I can't remember which movie Bumblebee that is, but I don't guess it really matters. And here's the other Studio Series thing I have. I think it's Stinger. I don't want to give them the size that they need. So everything ought to be good. Ah! What the hell is that? Ah! Where did it go? Where did it go? Aha! I gotta kill it. I'll save us all, Tom. No, Nemesis. This is a construction bot. I still want to shoot it. No, Nemesis. I know it looks funny. It's not a regular looking transformer, but just put your gun down. Just relax a little bit. Damn it. That thing's just not right. Yeah, I know, but he's kind of neat looking, don't you think? The hell is it? It's a Constructicon. Wait. Constructicons don't look anything like that. This is a movie Constructicon. The hell's a movie? Damn it, Nemesis. Never mind. The hell are you waving your hand for? I'm not going to be waving it here in a minute. I think I've I think I've overstayed my welcome. Goodbye. Oh my lord, Nemesis Prime. Whew. So I suppose the next thing we need to do is transform this thing. Alright, so to transform Old Rampage here, it's really not all that complicated. I've followed the directions as best as I could, and really wasn't all that difficult once I did it once or twice. So I fully admit I have transformed this thing once or twice already. Normally I like to try for the first time on camera, but with these Bayverse transformers, Yeah, they don't follow the normal logic that I expect normally, so it just makes sense for me to go ahead and do so. Alright, let's see here. Let's see if I can remember how to transform it. Pop that thing up right there. Bring this finger piece down and kind of set it. Bring this finger piece around, and there is, if you notice, a clip right here that you can see. It goes into a port right here that you maybe can't see. Sometimes I never know what I've got right there, and it can be challenging to get this in there, but not impossible. You just got to know kind of what you're doing and how to do it. Then these things just kind of hang out for right now. Do the same on the other side. Pull this back, and then take your thing here, bring it up, and put it in place, kind of like that. So it becomes a solid piece this way. Go ahead and pardon me, lift these up to just kind of get them out of the way. The best way I've the best way I have found to do this is to pull the head down in this configuration. It is not what the directions show. At least I don't think it's what the directions show. The directions are, it shows it kind of tucking in this way if I've looked at it right, but it works so much better if you do it like this. Okay. Pin this down, and see, that'll set kind of like that, and it'll be just fine. Straighten these out, and these pieces right here have a clip on them, if you all can see. They come around, and there's a corresponding tab right here. It can be rather tricky to line these up and to get them the way that they belong, but apparently my doing this on a regular basis has loosened it up somewhat, so it seems to be doing okay, at least for right now. So bring this up, bring this around, and clip it into place. Now, I've watched a couple of videos on this, not because I was trying to figure out how to transform it, but just to kind of get a general idea about what's going on. And there seems to be a question about these things. And basically the question comes in that, do we leave them out like the directions show right here, or do we put them in kind of like this, have them locked together, and then not be able to hook this here? Now, I'm not sure why people were thinking that you couldn't hook this here, because I mean, there it is. It's a little bit off maybe, but I mean, I can live with it easily enough. And you can adjust these tracks so that they do line up, at least for the most part. There we go. I don't see what the issue there is. Push that down so you get the wheel. Yeah. I mean, it didn't really roll. These things don't really, I mean, they turn, but they don't really do what you expect them to. So we have some really nice molded details here. Oh, there's one other thing. We're supposed to flip these out for some odd reason. Do you all remember the caution stuff that was there that I was pointing out in robot mode? I would have expected it to show up here, but it doesn't. At least not that I've been able to find. Regardless, we get some nice paint here, some black paint here, lots of molded detail, paint, plastic, paint, plastic, plastic. Some of that silver comes out through here, silver here. Yeah, it's a nice looking little thing from what I can tell. It's coming in at about approximately, let's call it 5.5 from here to here. Height wise, eyeballing it, I'm going to say about 3.5 approximately. Width wise, some of you may take umbrage at the fact that I've done it this way, but I'm going to measure it this way. At 3 3 3/8 approximately. This thing's nice. I like it far more than I expected to. So, tell you what, why don't we take a minute and do some scale comparisons. So let's put it into limb mode, and let's hope here that your humble reviewer, moi, does not leave out any steps. So the first thing we need to do is come under here and undo these. We can take this out at this time. Let's see here. We can unclip these if you've gone down that road. You don't have to if you obviously left them up. Let's see here. Come over to here and break this connection here. Don't really break it, just untab it. That's a better term. We don't want to break our things. Pull these up so that they're out of the way. Extend your arms. I really like this engineering here. I would not have personally thought of it, so it's quite interesting to me. Lift this bar up, lift this up, rotate this to the side, take this, and this will move up and down a little bit. You'll need it to be able to rotate this around, rotate this on over so that it lines up properly. Pull this back down, pull this down, and that's pretty much it for right now. We can push this over. We don't have to, but we can. Let's see here. Push this one up, push this one up, push that out, away, rotate, flip it over, and continue your rotation until it lines back up. You'll feel it pop into place, and push these two things back down. Now, believe it or not, that's pretty much the biggest part of this. Lift this up and out of the way. We're going to bring these forward and we're going to connect them right there. If y'all can see, we're going to connect them right here. So they just come together like that. Push these down so that they kind of form a front thing. Go ahead, bring this back, this piece here, rotate it around, and lock your leg back in place there on both sides. Just like that. Pull up your tread and attach it at that little port and pin right there on both sides. Usually it doesn't fight me quite this much. Don't be that way. Get in there. Go to your home. There you go. Now, this is the front of the vehicle. This comes up and you rotate this down, and it sets kind of like this. It's got a sliding tab right here, and there's, I don't know, maybe places to plug things in up here. So yeah, that's effectively it. Now this piece right here, we can do our little hiding trick again if we so desire. let me tell you, I desire. So we just have to kind of bend it a little bit, and this tab here is going to stick out. Personally, I'm perfectly okay with that. I know some people are going to go, you can't do that, that's just wrong. And I'm going to say, well, I can do whatever the hell I want to. You don't have to watch my channel. I say that with all due respect, folks. I know there are people that sit there and badmouth their people that watch their channel, but I'm not really one of them. I'm happy for every single one of you all. So see how it sticks out, but still, that's not hateful to me. No, it's really not. And let me tell you, this thing is far more solid than I expected it to be. Excuse me. It's coming in at 5.5 to the top. It's about 6 approximately. So yeah, I mean, if the rest of them are like this, I'm going to be really happy with the way this thing comes together. So yeah. Final thoughts wise, those of you that know me, that have watched my channel, know that I'm really not a big Bayverse kind of guy. I've got my share. They have a tendency to just kind of creep into your collection even when you're not looking. But this thing's not bad. I have to be completely honest. I would not have picked it up if it was not part of the Devastator set. I've just not been horribly pleased with the Studio Series. Not that I have a whole lot of them to compare this to, but the few that I do, this one is superior to them. So I'll be buying the rest of the Devastator set. I'm not going to have this. In southern Indiana, where I'm based out of, we get Transformers apparently about 2 months after everybody else, like, you know, Emgo and Bobby Skullface and all these other people, which is fine. I'm not in competition with them. All you have to do is look at their followers and mine, and you know I'm not in competition with them, nor do I really care to be. What I will say is, this thing, we will finish it. We'll finish it together. This thing's not bad. If you're looking for a good introduction to the Studio Series, you could do a whole lot worse than this one, believe you me. The price was right. I paid about, I think it was $27 here in 2019 for it. So, yeah, I'm actually looking forward to the rest of them. So, this is Tom. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you at the next review.
Thank you for watching my Papa's channel. Please subscribe and like. Thank you.
Another satisfied customer of Vitamin John. Operators are standing by. Go now!